What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Junie Barreto, aka the Modern New Yorker, and I'm back with another blog. On today's blog, I want to talk about my experience that I had at Disney World for the first time, Orlando, Florida. As you well know, I just watched a video for my first time in Universal Studios. If you didn't watch that video, I'll put the card up somewhere up top of the video. Y'all could go back and watch that as well. But now this video is going to be about my experience at Disney. So first, before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, I cover all things New York City, from the best spots to eat and the best entertainment in the 5 boroughs. So if you like that type of content, like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified anytime I drop a video. Also, let's get this video to 200 likes. I appreciate everybody that likes the video. It'll definitely help me out, grow my small channel. And as you can see, my background, I'm at work. So this is the reason why, I don't get the opportunity to post as much, because I do have a full-time job. And I'll be trying to go outside to get the footage for you guys when the events pop up or something pops up around the city. So just bear with me. I appreciate everybody that, again, takes the time to watch the content. I'm gonna try to be as consistent as possible, but it takes time. As you can see, I'm filming while I'm at work, so just bear with me. I appreciate y'all. Now let's get to the video. So we decided to head out the morning of, like, around 10 o'clock to, make our way over to Disney. We took an Uber over there to Disneyland, and the first thing I noticed when the Uber driver dropped us off, he dropped us off at a ferry port. So basically, the first thing that I noticed that I wasn't aware of my whole childhood is that Disneyland is actually on an island. Yes, Disney is on an island. So there's 2 ways that you could get to the island to get to Disneyland. They got a monorail and they got a ferry. We took the ferry. I got some B-roll footage of us getting on the ferry and stuff like that. The ferry is like a maybe 3 to 5 minute ride to the island. It's nice views of the island. You get to see Cinderella's castle on our way to the island. And then once you get to the island, you land at Magic Kingdom Park. After you pay for your admission at Magic Kingdom Park, you begin to walk in and you walk straight through Main Street, USA. Main Street, USA is where all the gift shops at and all the restaurants in the beginning of the park. It's similar to how Universal has City Walk. For Disney, it's called Main Street, USA. So the first thing I had to do when we went to Main Street, USA, I had to hit the souvenir shop. So the first thing I did, I had to go to the souvenir shop. I went and got my Mickey Mouse ears that I've been wanting since a kid. And I went and got me a t-shirt, and I got my son a t-shirt as well. Just to, look the part. Because again, it's my first time there. I always wanted to go as a kid, so I had to, dress for the occasion. So once we did that and I got into my character, we walked through Main Street and we hit the first location, which was Tomorrowland. So some of the rides and attractions we got on in Tomorrowland, one was called the People Movers Tomorrowland Transit, which is a little slow train ride, and it takes you around the Tomorrowland section of Disneyland. It's a cool ride, some cool scenery, cool effects and stuff like that. Also, another ride that we went on was called Astro Orbiters. Astro Orbiters was a nice little carousel ride in the sky. You had to take like a little elevator up to the top floor. Then you get on the ride and it takes you a ride. It looks like a little spaceship and it has like little planets around it. That was pretty cool as well. The last big attraction that we went on in Tomorrowland was called Tomorrowland Speedway. Tomorrowland Speedway is a go-kart track that you get on. You get in a coaster, 2 people. It was me and my son. I let him drive us around the track. There's no bumper cars and nothing like that. It keeps you in one lane, and you just drive around. You do like 2 laps, and that's it. It's a pretty cool ride. My son had a lot of fun driving. So the last attraction that we went on in Tomorrowland was called Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. This ride was a cool little experience as well. They sit you in this little coaster, and basically you go through a tunnel and you play Buzz Lightyear. You have a light gun at the front of your coaster, and you got to shoot lasers in a direction, and you got to shoot all of the bad guys from Toy Story, and your coaster spins around in a circle, and it's really cool. I had a lot of fun playing with my son as well. We enjoyed ourselves. Then at the Tomorrowland, we ventured off into the next part of the park, which was called Adventureland. Some of the rides that we got on in Adventureland, we got on Aladdin's carpet ride, which was like another carousel type ride, and you get on like basically what's supposed to be Aladdin's carpet, and you get inside of there, and it takes you around up and down and stuff like that. You got the little joystick on the inside of the coaster that makes the ride go up and down. It was pretty cool, something to do. A lot of those type of carousel rides are the shortest rides to get on as far as wait times. So we try to take advantage of those rides because I explain more later towards the video as far as was the Genie Pass helpful or hurtful as far as whether to get it or not. Pirates of the Caribbean is a ride that I enjoyed a lot, me and my son. They sit you on this raft and they take you underground, and once you come and go through the dark tunnel, you'd see you into like this immersed world of Pirates of the Caribbean, where you see a lot of robotic characters from Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're talking in character, from Jack Sparrow to all the other characters from the movie, and they're moving and they're singing songs from the movie. Is very immersive, and it's a very cool experience, and it's low-key, you know, not no long wait times. It's something to chill, beat the heat, and you know, just travel through and just get into the world of Pirates of the Caribbean. So the last attraction that we went to in Adventureland was called the Swiss Family Treehouse. The Swiss Family Treehouse is an actual treehouse that they made up in a park, in the middle of the park, and kids can go up the treehouse, and they have different exhibits and stuff of that nature, and nice tree views from the top of Adventureland, and they give you little clues and stuff to read from the actual movie, the Swiss Family Treehouse. I actually personally never saw that movie, but going through that treehouse, I might go back to Disney Plus, see if they got that movie on there, because I want to know more about the Swiss Family Treehouse. So that was a dope experience. I put some of that footage in here as well. That was something also to cut the time between reservations with the Genie Pass, which I'm going to talk about in the closing of the video. So the best ride and attraction that we went on at Disneyland was in Frontierland. It was called the Big Red Thunder Railroad. Basically, it's a roller coaster that takes you around Frontierland. It's made out of a like mountain, so it's a lot of like, you know, hills and peaks and valleys and twists and turns, and you going through an actual mountain and stuff like that. That ride was pretty fast. I felt at plenty of times during that ride I had to duck my head because going through the caves and stuff like that, it felt like I was going to hit my head several times for my height, even though I'm not that tall. But on that coaster, I felt like still I was going to hit my head. I'm 5'10". So yeah, that was one of the best rides on there. Besides that, everything else was mainly for younger kids and stuff like that. This is not really for Disneyland. Is not really for kids that are like thrill seekers that love roller coasters. This is not the park for them. This is more for like the little kids that like to get on the little carousel rides, and the little teacup spinners and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we went on the teacup spinner too. I got some footage of that as well. I'm gonna put that up as well. That was fun. Like, I actually got dizzy on the teacup spinner. Oh man, that was great. That was great. But so now we're concluding the night and finishing up all of our rides and stuff like that. The time now at that time was like 8:30, 8:45. So we leave Frontierland and we start working our way to the front because we want to go see the Disney fireworks display, which is called Happily Ever After. The show started at 9 o'clock and it was packed. It was packed. So everybody gathered in Magic Kingdom Park for the fireworks display. The show started at 9 o'clock, and when the show started, it was a really good show. They had a projector that was projecting off of Cinderella's castle while they played the different theme songs from the different Disney movies, and they had a nice beautiful fireworks display going on. It was real enchanting. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, like, I felt good inside. Like, my inner child, was feeling good that I got the opportunity to see this. It's definitely a beautiful experience. That's one of the best parts of the night. Despite everything else that we done did in the park, it was well worth the ending as well. I really enjoyed myself. I got pictures and B-roll footage of that as well. And then after that fireworks display concluded, now it was time to go home, and that's when the travesty started. Disney, y'all gotta get this together, because there's way too many people stuck on the island trying to get off the island to go home to their families and go home to where they gotta go. So like I told you in the beginning, there's two ways to get to the island, but it's that same two ways to get off the island, right? Like I said before, it's the ferry and it's the monorail, right? Luckily, the ferry holds more people than the monorail, because the monorail only has two trains, one going leaving Disney and one coming back. And when you got tens of thousands of people stuck on the island, all trying to get off at the same time, the best type of transportation to take is the ferry. My son wanted to take the monorail in the beginning because we took the ferry back, but the lines were so long and it wasn't moving. My homegirl, her son, they kind of almost left us because they went towards the ferry and we had to play catch up, and we went behind them. So we wound up getting on the ferry as well. So the last thing I want to discuss before I conclude the video is the Genie Pass. Now, do I recommend anybody getting the Genie Pass when you got young ones? Yes, but there's a big but with this, right? With the Genie Pass, right, when you pay the money to get the Genie Pass, I think it's $50 per person. For the price of the Genie Pass, you only can make reservations for your times on each ride, and you only could do one reservation at a time. So let's say, for instance, like we went on let's say for the Magic Teacup, if I make a reservation for that, I can't book another attraction right after it. I have to wait till I get off of one attraction to book the next attraction, right? Or what I'll have to do is, if I see something that's closer in time as far as the attractions, as far as the current time, and I want to get on something that I see that's a little bit less time than the other, I would have to cancel the first attraction and then rebook for the new attraction. So it's a little bit confusing as far as, like, how to make the Genie Pass work for you. Also, if it's your first time going to the park like it was for me, I didn't know my way around a park. So I was using a physical map, even though I had the Disney app on my phone. I think if I'd have used the Disney app a little bit sooner in conjunction to using a physical map, I could have made my way around the park a little bit more fluently. As far as being able to get to all the attractions, I think we did like maybe 65% of the park out of 100, because Walt Disney is so big that I don't understand how people try to do two parks in one day. Like, I met people that said that they did it. I'm like, what time y'all started? 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, I don't understand, but people do it. I guess because you got to be a veteran in it and been going to Disney for years and years on end and understanding, and maneuvering around the parks. Me, I don't know that. So, for that first day that I'm going, it was a lot, to take in. So definitely, if I wind up going again, I think I'm a little bit more versed and a little bit more savvy to navigate through the park as well. And I'll definitely want to visit one of the other parks, maybe Epcot or SeaWorld or something like that, because my son is a little bit older. My son is 11, so he enjoyed himself, but I could tell like he wanted to do a little bit more. And Disney is like for younger kids between the ages of like 3 to maybe 9, or and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what was your experience when you went to Disney. Leave it in the comment section below. Also, let's get this video to 150, maybe 200 likes. I appreciate everybody that stops by and checks out the content. Again, I'm gonna try to post as much as possible. Also, look out for the Airbnb tour video. I'm gonna put that video up as soon as I finish editing this one and putting that one up as well. So again, it's your boy Junie Barreto, aka the Modern New Yorker, and I'm out. Peace.